What up, people? We're gonna try something new today. I'm actually going to go live on TikTok as well. We're gonna try both of them. Let's see. No, that's not what we're doing. College talk. Okay, I like it. I'll start this live stream up on. Oh, it's not gaming though. Why does it think it's gaming? Oh, because it says mobile. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, my fault, guys. This is how we go. College football talk. Lights, camera, go live. Is this good? Hey, this is good, guys. All right. It's not on that show. Wow. Hold on, not this time. Hold on. I'm struggling right now. All right, try it again. On live. Settings. How do I do I don't know how to change it. Anyways, all right. How do I change that? Hold on. I don't know. Anyways, all right, we got sports. College talk for a few minutes. I was trying to get this situated. But yeah, so we talked a little bit the other day about college football as far as where it's going. I know last night we talked about draft picks and stuff, but since we're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube right now, I figured best thing to talk about would just be college football as a whole. Uh, there's a lot of people, who will just send me a message or just kind of say something here and there, and for the most part, a lot of people are excited, about just their team or just college football in general. But then you have this group of people who they feel like college football is changing, and they don't like it. We know it's changing. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people that just feel like it's not going well. It's not going the way that they want it to, and I think that sucks. Because I feel like if like people not embracing this part of college football, um, I don't know, it sucks. I feel like this is such a fun time to be a fan. This is such a fun time to just enjoy, seeing the NIL era make its way in, but then also the craziness of the chaotic part of it starting to leave, starting to go away. Um, and I know it'll be a few years before it's fully regulated, but at least we're getting there. I mean, hell, like if you guys remember, it was the toughest thing in the world to try to figure out who was going to be good or who was spending a bunch of money. You had Texas Tech spending a bunch of money. Then you had Texas A&M before that. You had Texas, right? You had Ohio State in the $20 million roster. You had like all these people who you heard were just throwing money. Tennessee spending however much on Nico Lamy, however you say his name. Like there was so much I feel was going on, and it was all at once that in a sense it kind of got overwhelming. But what's up, Magnum? But that to me though is like college football is not overwhelming. It's not in any way. Like in reality, college football is, yes, it's been a roller coaster, but to see it start to finally mellow out, I think that's the part that's exciting. Like if you're an Alabama fan, you haven't been able to see Kalen DeBoer really take off. You've seen him maintain. He hasn't lost a lot, right? He's done good. Alabama didn't drop off like they did after Bear Bryant. But now, whenever they say that, hey, guys, you can only transfer one time and then you got to sit out a year until you graduate, it's like, okay, there you go. Now you get to see Kalen DeBoer be good because you're not fighting against rosters that are just going in the transfer portal and paying a bunch of money for people. Yeah, Texas has a good coaching staff. Yes, Texas, you're spending a lot of money on players. That's cool and all. But your coaching staff is good enough that when the spending stops and you stop being able to just grab transfer portal players and you just got to go the high school route and develop more than you're used to, guess what? Texas is going to be fine. Your coaching staff is built for it. What's up, Gracie? Oh, well, we're going to invite her on here. So, like I said, I think that's the fun part to me is Texas, Bama, Ohio State, Georgia, Florida looks really good. We've seen that lately. We've seen that their coaching staff look really good. I just think there's a lot of ins and outs of college football that are going to flourish whenever it regulates. Yeah, of course with Georgia. Georgia's whole roster, I'm not worried about that. I'm just excited that we haven't gone the route of like really bringing in a bunch of transfer portal players and relying on it. We actually went the opposite. We actually took a bunch of young guys and made them play throughout the year. Like that's great. I love that. 21. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not saying now. Listen, I'm not appreciate the rose, Jamal. First gift they've ever sent. The first time they've ever sent a gift. What you mean the first time? That's crazy. Well, I'm worth more than. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. Don't say anything. But not to turn this conversation to Georgia, but I will say this, Magnum. In this era where teams are not fully developed, but you also have the flip side of older teams do well, just like we saw with Indiana. What's up behind the hedges? You were going to see Georgia's defense, I think, do really well because of what happened last year. Because of last year, with that young group having to get out there and having to play, having to go through all the ups and downs and having to grow, having to do all of that, I think makes them battle tested way more than we've seen a Georgia team be. Not saying they're going to be better, but better than the 21-22 teams, but they're going to be more battle tested because they've played. You're not just sitting on the back end just doing nothing but developing. So I'm curious to see that. Tennessee is going to be good. I think Tennessee, though, the struggle with them is constantly having to have a new quarterback. It is what it is. Having to bring in a new quarterback every year. Think about it. I think Tennessee has had this will be their fourth quarterback. And what's up, Daniel Barry? Their fourth quarterback in 4 years. That struggles. And let alone, it's not like you're bringing in a third, fourth-year guy, or starting a third, fourth-year guy. At least Georgia got to start Gunnar Stockton, and we thought he struggled. He had great games, but then he struggled here and there. Now, am I one of these people that thinks that he's not going to have a great second year? I think it's ridiculous to think that a player who's only had one full year of playing would not be better in his second year. I think that's ignorant. Um, but either way, I could talk about this for a while, but I do have to stop because my break, my work break is over. Kentucky head coaches with whoa, what? Kentucky head coaches with Texas right now. I did not know that. I got to do research, bro. I got to get on. I got to get on my game. That's my fault, bro. Um, okay, I'll look it up. I know Will Muschamp is with Texas, so you tell me if they got him as well. That's wild. But all right, guys. Um, we'll do this. We might try to go live before work tomorrow. It's been a minute since I've been on here. Um, but we'll do that. All right, see you, Magna. Appreciate you guys that came in. Emperor, Trello, Grace, Law Tide, if that's you. Yeah, all y'all. Peace out, good dogs. Be safe.